Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome each and every one of you in this session. I hope everybody is doing great, feeling healthy and fine. So once again, welcome to the morning session of our top news coverages, and today we'll be discussing regarding the United Nations Population Report. So once again, I welcome each and every one of you in this session and thank you for joining the session in the morning. And yeah, so I know it is sometimes hard to join the session in the morning, so those who are joining, they have a very dedicated minds towards the preparation of the RBI Grade B examination. And as you all know that uh, okay, and as you all know that Reserve Bank Grade B reserve vacancies are already out. To 22 vacancies they have released for each and every one of you. It is just for you to take up only one seat for you, and for that you require some of a very dedicated preparation towards this examination. And these 2 months are very crucial months for each and every one of you. If you really wanted to get succeed in the examination, please give your more than 100%. Please give your more than 100%, then you will be able to crack this examination. Have a dedicated mindset, have a dedicated preparation towards this examination. And if you are very focused towards this examination, it is very easy to crack, because most of the people fill the form but they don't show any kind of dedicated preparation. They don't have any plan to succeed in the examination. So make sure that you have a certain plan, you go by that plan, and you do not share your plan with anybody, and you just keep working towards it, and automatically you will see that you will succeed in the examination. Keep on testing your preparation from time to time using test series and various other things, and make sure that you remain totally up to date for your exam preparation. So once again, I welcome each and every one of you in this session, and let's start with our session. So this is RBI Grade B 2023 top news coverages, and today we will be discussing regarding the UN population report. We'll be discussing today regarding the UN population report. Okay. So this was the news. As India's population crosses China, experts flag opportunities and concern. You know, in around April 19th, around April 19th, India has crossed the world. Uh, India has crossed and became the world first as a most populous nation. Earlier, China was there, but now India has become the most populous country in the world. India has become the most populous country in the world. So globally, if we go by the report that the United Nations population report has said in 2023, the world population is 8,045 million. We call it as around 8 billion. Okay, around 8 billion people. Okay, just above 800 crore people. Okay, and as per the report, 65% of the people are below the age of, like, they are in the age group of 15 to 64. They are in the age group of 15 to 64, that we call it as working age population. That means the world is crossing right now the demographic dividend, and around 24% of the people are there who are under the age group of 10 to 24, and 10% are the people who we call it as under the old age category. They are above 65 years. Now, if we go by the regional wise, like which region is, we call it as a most populous, which region we will have a less populous areas, like that. So the most populous region, we are not talking about the country, we are talking about the region. The most populous region of the world are Eastern and Southeastern Asia, in which China and India are obviously there. Okay, so they are holding around 29% of the global population. And then we have a Central Asia, Central Southeast Asia, having a 2.1 billion of, that is 2.1 26% of the population of the world. As per the 2023 report, as per the 2023 report regarding the percentage growth of the world population, it has fallen. It has fallen if we go by 2020 during the COVID timing. Okay, during the COVID timing, the rate of the population of the world has fallen, and right now the rate of world population growth is 1%. Is 1%. And the major cause that they have given for this declining in the rate of population is the declining fertility. Less and less people are born in the world right now, so they have a less fertility, and because of that the population of the world has a growth rate, even that the growth rate is just 1% right now. So now we will be understanding who published this United Nations report. So United Nations Population Fund is there. Okay, it's a subsidiary organization of United Nations General Assembly and works under United Nations Economic and Social Council. Okay, so this United Nations Population Fund has been established as a trust fund, in 1967, and their operation started just after the 2 years in 1969, and in 1987 we got the name as United Nations Population Fund. The major goal, if we go by like what is the purpose of United Nations Population Fund, what is the goal of the United Nations Population Fund? It is said that United Nations Population Fund works especially under three goals. To check the three goals, to tackle the three goals, like health, Sustainable Development Goal 3, then education, Sustainable Development Goal 4, then gender equality, Sustainable Development Goal of 5. Okay, and United Nations Population Fund produces a very important flagship publication that is called World Population Report annually, and this report is being published every year since 1978. Okay, so as per the United Nations Population Report, India will overtake China and will become the most populous country by middle of 2023. It has projected that by July 2023, but actually this has happened in April. This has happened in April 2023. So India has already crossed the population, like overtake the China in the field of population. So this world population obviously covers the various important aspects that are happening throughout the world. The World Population Report analyzes various countries, analyzes the various role the government of the various countries are playing, what are the developments that are going throughout that country, and what is the futuristic trend as there in the world population that we are going to focus, and what is going to be the projections, and based on this projection the major plan and policies can be built up. Okay, sometimes the projection is not that much accurate. If we see here, like United Nations said that by July India is surpassing the population, but in April that has happened, okay, 3 months beforehand. Right, so sometimes there is some data discrepancies are there, but it's okay. But 2 or 3 months of gap is not that much a big issue, but still the futuristic trend shows that we are able to analyze these data for various type of plans and policy measures. So the most populous country by the mid 2023 is going to be India. That is first, that is already India. Second is China, and after that third is United States with 340 million people. Okay, United Nation is having only 340 million. After that, the fourth populous country is then Brazil, then Bangladesh, then Russian Federation, and then after that Mexico is there. Okay, so these are the most 10 populous countries of the world, right? Now, this is what the age category that we will be discussing, like how much population, how much demographic indicator, demographic dividend we are having. This is the working age populations we are having. After the 65 plus, how many people are there, then total fertility rate and life expectancies. So this is what the world population report shows in their report. Like India is having going to be the highest population, then with the 68% people will be under the demographic dividend category. Okay, around 68% people will be under demographic, that means working age population, and only 7% will be people that will be coming under the old age category, and we are already below the replacement level. Replacement level is 2.1 and we are already below, that is 2.0. That means slowly our country will be also aging, because replacement level 2.1% says that this much of the replacement level will totally remove the older population and with the new population. Okay, so this is called as replacement level. But if your value is below this 2.1, that means you are going to grow older and older, like that. Okay, then life expectancy in India 72.5 years. That is a very good life expectancy, and slowly we are also helping with various healthcare facilities, and we are going forward for it. Then China is having 69% working age population, and 60 and 14% people are under the old age category. Total fertility rate is 1.2 because China aggressive expectancy, and average of the world is 65-year working population. 10% we are having the 65 point 10% people are there who are above the old age category, and as per this report 2.3 people is the replacement total fertility rate. Total fertility rate is 2.3. That means in the future the population will be growing, but at a very small pace. So population estimation, we have already discussed that India has having 142.86 crore population. Under that, 25% people are under 0 to 14 years of age category. Okay, quarter of the population is under the 0 to 14, that is children's category. Then we have 18% people in the 10 to 19 age category are there, and 10 to 24 26%. If we go by this data maximum, this is very important because this is working age population. Okay, the UN has observed certain things regarding the population. Okay, so for India especially, so UN has given a special statement regarding the India, is that United Nation agencies have already said that for the India, the population anxieties have seeped into the larger portion of the general public. That means people are actually finding out that the population anxiety and the role of population and the increase in the population is getting so increased that people are getting anxious about this growth in the population. People are really anxious regarding the growth of this population, and in the futuristic, India's population will be also coming down because the people will become population conscious, self conscious, and they will be following the various strategies in order to control the population of the country. So this is what United Nation agencies for population anxieties. Now if we go by various comparison regarding the fertility rate. Okay, so India's total fertility rate is estimated at 2.0. Okay, 2.0, that is the lowest than the world average. Okay, world is 2.3 total fertility rate, and India is having 2.0. That means below replacement level. India is having below replacement level. That means India will not be producing that much people, and India's also population will be growing in ages. Okay, for the developed region it is 1.5. 1.5 means they will be growing older and older. Okay, they will be going older and older because the replacement, the total fertility rate is 1.5, and that is below the replacement level. And for the least developed countries, there will be the maximum rise. There will be the maximum rise in the population will be seen because they have a fertility rate of 3.9, or we call it as 4 also per one. Okay, then if we go by the life expectancy scenario, India's male were projected at 71 years average, and for the female it is 74 years. That is the life expectancy, and globally 71, India has already got that status of average, and for female it is 76 years. Then we go by developed, least developed regions and countries. So developed countries obviously are having a average of 77 for males and 83 for females. And regions, if we go by regions wise, 70 for males and 74 for females. And for the least developed countries, they have still to work on their healthcare facilities, social security benefits, okay, in order to achieve this life expectancy of the average. So they are below average of the world. Okay, so if we go by the least developed countries, 63 is for the male and 68 for the female. So this is below average of the world. Now if we go by the gender rights, so as per this report, around 18% of the women have said that they are being they have faced some or the other kind of violence from their partners. 18% of the women of the world have said that they have faced some or the other kind of the violence from their partners. And this is very good. 66% women have now got a right to make decision regarding their sexual and reproductive health. Right now the females can think about like how they wanted to produce a child, how they wanted to maintain their reproductive health, how they wanted to maintain their sexual relationship. Okay, so now around 66% of the women are having their say, have a decision making ability on these matters. Earlier these matters were are solely concerned with the male partner, but now females and women have got the good decision making rights on the sexual and reproductive health of their own body. Now, futuristic projection, if we go by the United Nations population report, they said that by 2050, the maximum population increase will be happen in 8 countries. Will be happening in 8 countries. That is DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, DRC. Okay. Then Egypt, Ethiopia, India, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, and United Republic of Tanzania. So these 8 countries by 2050s will be having the highest population percentage. Okay, highest population percentage, and they will be having a good amount of percentage of the world population. Now, what are the issues that India normally faces? See, we said that India has now become the highest populous country in the world. But what are the issues that India are facing? India is facing a massive unemployment because there is a mismatch of the jobs and skills. Mismatch is happening. Even if you go to various business school, engineering colleges, and various other places, you will find whatever is teaching over there, this is not relevant for the present job categories. That is why maximum unemployment is there in our country. Then social issues are widespread. Limited jobs, unsuitable jobs, health issues, proper training is not being provided, educational, uh, what we call it as educational gaps are there. Then you have a skill mismatches there. Okay, after that, proper labor force participation rate is not working properly. Okay, we are expecting that at least by 2047 we may able to get 50% of the women to work in the labor market of the country. That means the maximum share of the in our labor market is of the male, and we are expected that by at least 2047 we can bring this to 50% of the female workforce. Widespread poverty and hunger, for that various schemes are being run. Okay, poverty alleviation programs are also running, hunger removal program, uh, we are running our Antodaya, Anna Yojana, then Prime Minister Rural Employment Guarantee schemes are there, Prime Minister Employment Generation programs are there. Okay, then nutrition and under malnutrition programs are going, ICDS schemes is going. Okay, nutrition, National Nutrition Mission, National Nutrition Mission, government is running for that purpose. Then skill development, necessary skill India program, make in India program are being running in order to make sure that we are able to cater to these problems. What are these opportunities that India is having right now? India is having a demographic dividend. 68% people are there in the working age category. Okay, so whenever we say that India is having working age category, that doesn't mean that all the people are working, but exactly those who are working, we have to provide with a healthy and education support to these people. Even if the people is 20 years of age but he is physically weak, if he is physically weak, then how we are going to achieve our demographic dividend? A person cannot work, then this demographic dividend will come to disaster. Okay, so we have to utilize this in a proper way by providing better skills training and better healthy work environment. Okay, we have to attract the various business throughout the world, and we have to do various innovative activities, because lot of India innovation but in other innovation. Okay, India can be the leader of the global south with the highest population of the world. Okay, global south, like we have a global north, and global south is there. Global north is represented by income countries and the global south is represented by low income countries, in which India is there. India is the highest populous country, so India can take this opportunities to become the leader of the global south. Okay, and since India is the highest population country, India has to stress on the Security Council seat of the United Nations permanent membership. Sorry, really sorry. Now, some of the recommendations that has been given by the United Nations for India is that India has to work in a time bound manner and achieve these opportunities in a time bound manner. Okay, India has to provide greater autonomy for women. India has to provide greater autonomy to the girls. India has to provide a better and safe infrastructure, safe working conditions, safe schools to each women and girls. We will be able to build a inclusive society altogether, because if we really wanted to achieve the target of inclusive growth and proper demographic dividend, we have to have an inclusive society. Okay, and obviously empowerment we have to do, we can do it by providing education and family planning. We should not force these things. Family planning cannot be forced. You have to discuss with your partners, discuss with your family, and then you can do. You have to have more decision making power into the hands of the women, into the hands of the girls. Okay, then only you will be able to control your population, have a quality population, have a working age population that is healthy and educationally skilled. And that way we have to strengthen the human rights, we have to strengthen the pension system and healthcare system, then only we will be able to sustain this population in a sustainable. Okay, sustain the population sustain in a sustainable way. Okay. Now, some of the global scenario we go by that Africa is going to be the fastest growing continent. Okay, in the future, Africa is going to be the fastest growing continent, and it is expected that more than half of the global population will be there in the Africa by 2050. Okay, and we all know that Africa is the highest growth rate population around total fertility rate is 3.9. Total fertility rate is 3.9, and that is why that is having the highest growth rate areas in the world, especially in the sub-Saharan region. That is Sahara Desert is there below, and upper part of the Sahara Desert. There will the population of that areas will be growing by doubling of these areas. Okay, right now the continent is having the highest fertility rate, and in the near future the people will be understand by 2050. Right now people are under 2023. Okay, by 2050 those people who are childrens right now in the age group of 1 or 2, they will be getting a normal age and they will be attaining the adulthood by that time, and they themselves were having the childrens during that time. Okay, so that is why African continent is going to take the lead role. This central region will be taking the lead role regarding the shaping of the world policy, shaping of the size and distribution of the population. Then about the Europe, that is the shrinking population of the Europe. 61 countries of the area. Okay, population of 61 countries throughout the world is going to decrease by 2050, of which 26 may see a reduction of at least 10% in the population. Okay, if we go by this country like Bosnia, Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Hungary, Japan, Latvia, Lithuania, Republic of Moldova, Romania, Siberia. So these are the places which may see the negative growth. They may see a negative growth in the population because the fertility of the European countries will be coming down. Okay, and they will be coming down below the replacement level. Below replacement level. That means below 2.1. The fertility rate will be coming below 2.1. That is below replacement level. So that is why there will be a shrinking population that will be seen in the European countries. Now, where we have to mainly focus on the various aspects, how we have to focus, how we can have a healthy and good population of the world. We have to avoid unwanted pregnancy. Until and unless you really wanted to have the children, make sure that you avoid any kind of unwanted pregnancies. Okay, and whenever you are going for any kind of pregnancy, make sure that you do at a institutional way. Safe pregnancy and safe childbirth you have to give, so that healthy child, healthy mother and healthy child can be born. Okay, so that they can be of they can be of some work in the future. If the weak body, weak child, weak mother is there, so they will not be able to work in the future. Okay, avoid sexually transmitted diseases by properly utilizing the various option, and condoms are there and various other things are there. We have to utilize these sexually transmitted diseases, because these are some of the important uh, like uh, ways in which we can have a healthy population. Otherwise these sexually transmitted diseases are sometimes are so widespread, especially in the Asia region and African region, because of the unsafe sexual practices. So that we have to avoid. Then we have to decrease the violence against the woman, so that the complaints of the woman, so that the woman should live a healthy life and they can work, they can have a decision making ability. So that is why if we provide the equality to the woman, so they have a decision making power about their own body, about their own decision, about their say in the family. Okay, and also we have to encourage the birth control measures. Now the futuristic projection of the world population is this: by 2030, the world population will cross 8.5 billion. By 2050, the world population will cross 9.7 billion, and by 2100, the world population will cross 10.4 billion. Okay, so we have to make sure that how much population increase, whatever is happening, we have to make sure that whether the earth is able to sustain that and whether we have a healthy population or not, and every person, each and every person is counted for. Okay, so this is regarding a UN population report. So thank you so much, guys, for joining the session. It's a great morning with each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Join our Oliveboard regulatory Telegram channel and regulatory app. Please download it. And we have running the various RBI Grade B courses right now. The RBI notification has been launched, and make sure that you all join the courses beforehand and make the maximum benefit out of it. So thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care and have a good day. Always remember, where there is a will, there is a way.